Let me ask you something that could change your financial future forever. Would you take $1 million today or just one penny that doubles every day for 30 days? Now, most people here would jump at the $1 million, but by day 30, that single penny would grow into over $5 million. Sounds impossible, right? But it's real. This isn't magic, the mind-blowing power of compound interest. It's called the eighth wonder of the world, at least by Einstein himself. In this video, you're not just gonna learn a financial concept, you're about to unlock a life-changing mindset shift. We're not talking about lottery tickets, trending stocks, or overnight crypto flips. That's gambling. We're diving into something far more powerful, a mathematical truth that has quietly built empires for centuries, called compound interest. And it's the reason why the rich keep getting richer and the smart retire free. If you ever wondered how ordinary people become millionaires without flashy jobs or viral businesses, this is it. By the end of this video, you'll understand the magic formula that multiplies your money. You'll understand time is your greatest ally or your worst enemy, the rule of 72, your shortcut to financial forecasting, and the silent millionaire's habit, reinvesting gains, and the 10-year millionaire blueprint. So stay with me, because missing even one principle could set you back years in your journey to financial freedom. Now, compound interest isn't just a concept, it's a force of nature. Think of it as a snowball rolling down a mountain. At first, it's small and slow, but if you give it time, it becomes a massive avalanche of wealth. The secret? Understanding how to roll it early and consistently. Now here's the formula behind the magic. Here's how it works. Let's break it down. Imagine you invest $5,000 at a 10% interest rate, compounded annually for 20 years. Now, you might expect around $10,000, but you'd actually end up with over $33,000. That's the power of compounding. Now, you're not just earning interest on your money, you're earning interest on your interest. Imagine investing smaller amounts, like $300 per month, consistently for 10 years. At that same rate, you build a portfolio worth over $60,000. And that's not through magic, but simple math. Here's the catch. The earlier you start, the bigger your avalanche. The bigger your money, the bigger your wealth. What if you delay investing by just a few years? That difference could cost you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's meet two ordinary people with very different timelines. We have Sarah, we have John. Now, Sarah starts investing early, just $200 per month at age 22. She's consistent, disciplined, and never tries to time the market. She keeps going until the age of 60. Now, John, on the other hand, he lives his 20s without thinking much about money. He's partying, he's doing a lot of things that he probably shouldn't be doing. Now, at age 32, he finally wakes up. Determined to catch up, he invests $400 per month, double what Sarah contributes. And he does it until age 60 also, just like Sarah. Now, here's the real shocker. Despite investing less overall, Sarah ends up with more money. Yes, more money. You ask why? Well, main reason is time. Compounding isn't linear, right? It's exponential. The longer your money is allowed to sit there and grow, the more aggressive its growth becomes. In Sarah's case, those extra 10 years gave her a powerful edge because her money started working. Let's break it down. Sarah's total contribution, 200 times 12 months in a year times 38 years is $91,200. John's total contribution, 400 times 12 times 28 years is $134,400. Now, even though John invested $43,000 more, he still couldn't catch up. That's the real power of starting early. It's not about investing the most, it's about investing for the longest. I wish I did this myself. I never started at 18. If you're 18, I would suggest you start now. Now, if you're in your 30s, 40s, or even 50s, don't panic. You can still win, but your strategy definitely needs to shift. You'll need to save more, invest smarter, and avoid costly mistakes. And we'll get to that here pretty soon. Every year you wait is like burning money. One lost year can cost you tens of thousands in future value. So ask yourself, are you using time as a weapon, or are you letting it work against you? Let's unlock another shortcut. One that tells you exactly how fast your money will double. You want to know how fast your money will double without being very smart or mathematically gifted, or without using a single calculator? Here's a powerful mental shortcut that even Wall Street professionals use. The rule of 72. It's simple but brilliant. Just divide 72 by the expected annual interest rate, and you'll get the number of years it takes you for your money to double. Let's try it. At a 10% interest rate, 72 divided by 10, it's going to take 7.2 years for the money to double. At 8% interest, it would take 9 years. At 6%, it takes 12 years. Now, the cool thing about this is you don't need spreadsheets, no equations, just one simple rule, and it works remarkably well for most compound growth especially those scenarios under 15%. Now, let's visualize this with a starting investment of $5,000 at a 10% annual return. After 7.2 years, it becomes 10,000. In another 7.2 years, it becomes 20,000, then 40,000, and so on. Each doubling gets bigger. An important thing here, faster. This is how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth, not through sudden windfalls, but through the math of compounding. Now, the rule of 72 turns guessing into forecasting and wishful thinking into strategy. Once you understand it, you really no longer wonder if your wealth will grow. You know it will and when it will. So let me ask you something. Can you see how a small investment today could double into something life-changing tomorrow? I know it may seem like a long time, but I promise you 30, 40 years from now, you'll be happy you started. Now, if you understand, you're pretty much ready here for the next step. Let's uncover the silent habit that transforms quiet investors into millionaires. There's millionaires everywhere. You just don't know them. Or they're not fancy, they don't flaunt. There's a quiet habit that separates the wealthy from the rest. And it has nothing to do with how much they earn. It's about what they do with their earnings. And here's the secret. They never spend their interest. They reinvest it every single time. It's called interest on interest, and it's the core engine behind real wealth creation. So let's break it down. Imagine you invest $10,000 and earn $1,000 in interest in the first year. Most people might take that $1,000 out, buy something, celebrate a small win, maybe go on vacation. But silent millionaires, they reinvest that $1,000. Now, their next round of interest isn't calculated on $10,000, it's on $11,000. And the year after that, it's on even more. This creates a compound chain reaction where your gains generate more gains without you lifting a finger. It's like churning your money into employees and then letting those employees hire more workers to grow your empire. This is how wealth accelerates. And with the stock market, it's the easiest thing. And here's the best part. You don't need to earn six figures to do this. You don't need a high-paying job, a business empire, or a lucky break. Even though all those things will be nice, you just need one thing, and that's discipline. Discipline will take you places you never thought you can go. Stay consistent, reinvest every gain, and let that snowball roll. This is how silent investors win with ordinary salaries. This is how just people win in general in life. Discipline. Quietly build millionaire portfolios while the rest of the world is busy chasing shortcuts or dopamine. But just as there are habits that create wealth, guys, there also are habits that silently kill it. And I'm going to do my best here to expose them next. By now, you've seen how compound interest can be a powerful tool, especially if you start early. So if you're 18 and watching this, you better get on it. But here's something most people never talk about. Compound interest has a dark side. It can just as easily work for you as it can work against you. Let's break down the hidden forces that quietly destroy your growth, often without you realizing it. For one, high interest debt. Credit cards, payday loans, and certain personal loans carry interest rates of 15, 20, maybe even 30%. Now guess what? That same compounding formula that grows your wealth now works for your lender. It's financial cancer. Debt compounds faster than investments. Trust me, I know. If you're not careful, it never sleeps. Thing keeps running. It's like that one fitness dude, Goggins. Next thing here is inflation. Even a mild 3% annual inflation can cut your purchasing power in half over 24 years. If your investments aren't outpacing inflation, you're not growing, you're shrinking. Benjamin Button. Lifestyle creep. This one's big. As your income rises, so does your spending. New car, bigger apartment, fancier vacations, bottle service. But if your expenses grow faster than your investments, your wealth goes nowhere. It's the silent killer of all progress. That's why you see people making $200K living paycheck to paycheck. Now, taxes, Uncle Sam obviously can erode your gains, especially on interest and short-term capital gains. If you're not optimizing for taxes, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Maybe move to Puerto Rico. So what's the solution? Protect your compounding engine at all costs. Automate your savings and investments so you never really miss a beat. Kind of just move with it. Track and control your spending to avoid lifestyle inflation. Pay off high interest debt. That's a top priority. And use tax advantage accounts like the Roth IRA, 401ks, or SHAs. I think that's what they're called. Because building wealth isn't just about making smart moves, right? It's all about avoiding silent traps. Now that you've seen what can break the chain, let's piece it all together with a crystal clear blueprint for the next 10 years. From now on, you're going to commit to investing $500 a month. It's about $16 a day. Live at your mom's house if you need to. Less than what most people spend on coffee, takeout, and subscriptions. Now, let's say you average a 12% annual return, which is realistic if you're investing in a strong index fund or a portfolio of blue chip dividend stocks. After 10 years, you don't just have $60,000 saved, you now nearly have $120,000, double your total contributions. And obviously that's thanks to compound interest. But here's where the real magic kicks in. Let's say, for some reason you stop investing after those 10 years, not a single dollar more goes in, but you don't withdraw anything either. You leave it untouched. You let it grow. You keep reinvesting every dividend, every gain. If we fast forward another 10 years, now your account balloons to over $400,000. No extra money added, just time and discipline. This is the snowball effect in action. This is what you've been waiting for your whole entire life. You pushed it for 10 years now. It's rolling on its own, gaining size, speed, and momentum. And the blueprint, it's shockingly simple. Pick a low-cost index fund like the S&P 500 or a reliable dividend-paying stock portfolio. Set up automatic monthly contributions. Reinvest every gain, no withdrawals, not just this once, right? No splurges. And above all, be boring, be consistent, be patient. I'm not saying on the side here you can't be building a company or anything. No fancy trading, no chasing hot stocks, no timing the market, because at the end of the day, guys, wealth doesn't come from excitement, it comes from repetition. You do something over and over again, that's how you get good. This is the millionaire's game plan, a quiet, consistent rhythm that most people ignore because it doesn't feel flashy. You don't have it now. But those who follow it, they wake up 10, 20 years down the road with financial freedom that others only dream about. You don't have to work anymore. Got a strong retirement fund. So ask yourself what's really standing between you and millionaire status. It's not your income. It's not your background. It's not luck. Maybe it is, right? Not everyone has the same opportunities. But a lot of it is discipline and time. And if you master those two, the numbers will take care of themselves. Now that we've all made it here, let's bring everything full circle. Because now you don't just know about compound interest, right? You understand its power. Let's quickly recap the wealth formula that could rewrite your future. Compound interest isn't just a math trick. It's a financial superpower, quiet, consistent, and unstoppable when used correctly. Time is either your biggest ally or your worst enemy. Start early and you multiply effortlessly. Delay and that cost is brutal. The rule of 72 here is going to give you a cheat code helping you estimate how fast your money doubles. It's not just useful, it's empowering. The wealthy aren't smarter, they're just consistent. They reinvest everything. They're lucky, they're born into it. But the quiet ones, the ones we don't know about, they reinvest everything, especially the small gains most people ignore. That's where true momentum builds. Now, don't forget the hidden enemies, right? Debt, inflation, lifestyle creep, and taxes. If you don't protect your gains, compound interest will work against you, not for you. Now, you have a 10-year millionaire blueprint in front of you. Thousands of self-made investors have followed this. Invest a little, do it consistently, reinvest everything, and let time work its magic. You don't need to win the lottery. You don't need a six-figure salary. You just need a plan, discipline, and time. And that's with anything, guys. You want to start a clothing business, e-commerce, whatever it is, discipline and consistency. Your future isn't written by chance. It's shaped by what you do today. Don't ever stop. The small decision to start now, to invest that first $100, to learn this skill, to learn that skill, to stick to your plan can create a reality you can't even imagine. You don't have to be born rich. You don't need connections. You just need to start compounding. You need to start whatever it is that you want to do and keep doing it until something nudges. Because while others scroll, wish, or wait, you're building. And someday soon, They'll ask you how you did it, and you can tell them you watched this video. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I do appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe button for me, comment below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.